Alright, so we got Donavan Brazier here, had a New Balance NOP Grand Prix. I guess one thing I wanted to ask about was the injury last year.
Yeah.
To see you race after World Indoors, just what happened, how did that process play out?
Yeah, so I kind of felt something tweaking in my leg, came like March last year. And during that whole time, I was kind of still like in the transition of potentially joining the Oregon project. So, and their always keyword advice is like, if I feel something, don't run on it. And last year was an off year. But like all these different excuses not to run was kind of just making me feel like, okay, I don't need to run. And Nike was understanding about that. They trusted me and knowing that if I recover well from this and I can just kind of show out this next year, that it'll be all good. But yeah, it's kind of tough not racing for that long, you know. And I ran a 600 last week. That was my first time stepping on a track and putting spikes on. And like, it's been a while since I put on spikes since like last month, maybe like 8 months since then. So I was happy just to spike up, and I think the adrenaline kind of got the best of me. I ran decent, but I'm looking forward to running at New Balance and hopefully run a fast time or just at least compete.
Had you not run one spikes in practice or anything before that? Mm-hmm. No, because of the injury?
Just never really needed to, and yeah, because of the injury too. I mean, it doesn't help, obviously, for like the Achilles. If I can run in trainers, I think it'd be better.
Yeah. So that was the Achilles was the issue.
Yeah, it was like Achilles FHL area.
Okay.
But you know, hopefully that's all in the past, and I'm gonna worry about that, and you know, just come out on the other side of this better.
Yeah. When did you get back healthy? You know, get back into training again after that?
I mean, I was doing like cross training, like biking and stuff, to like maybe mid-December, and then I started getting on the track about January, yeah, first week. Once we went back home to Michigan, so maybe I'd run on the treadmill like in December, mid-December, a few times a week, and then I'd bike probably the majority. And then once January 1st hit, we gave back to Oregon, and I've been running on the track. I think within the first week I got back there January, so that was the first time back on the track, and I was there for about 10 days. Then we're out to Phoenix right now, and yeah, so I'm still just kind of building up into training now. I've only done it like maybe 3 times track, 4 or 5 times on the track maybe.
Yeah. So do you feel like compared to this meet last year where you ran like 1:45.1, do you feel like you're a little behind that?
You know, I feel like I do just because I'm, you know, it's like what, the 26th right now. I'm only like, you know, 26 days into actually training like seriously. So, you know, I kind of feel that way, but I don't want to look into it. I don't want to look into the meet thinking that, you know. So I just want to just compete, and I'm not really focused on time as much as I was last year. It's just kind of something different that we're doing. We're trying to work on race strategy and just kind of learn how to run and learn how to race, and eventually the time will come with it.
And you mentioned how you're doing a little bit more mileage, but like how different is the training under NOP versus what it was with Coach Francie?
Well, with Coach Julian, it was just kind of an understanding that we weren't going to kind of stray too far away from that. It was kind of just taking 10% out and putting 10% back in.
What do you mean by that?
Like 10% of stuff that I don't need.
Yeah.
You know, things that I just really didn't find beneficial to my training.
Which is like what?
I don't know, and we're still trying to figure that out too. Like, I think a longer warm-up, because you know, A&M, I was probably doing like a half-mile warm-up, which is silly. You know, it's just, especially if you're doing speed work and, you know, really getting after it in workouts, which we did most days, it was just kind of dumb to only do a half-mile workout. So that's why I'm building mileage a lot in the warm-up and cool-down, because, you know, these guys are run like 2 miles, 3 miles for a warm-up, and I'm working up to about 1.5 miles, so I'm getting there. Hopefully I'll, you know, be with them someday, maybe warming up like 3 miles at a time. But just stuff like that, the warm up and cool down are definitely, and active recovery is something different. I never realized that people like actually jog during the recovery. Yeah, but apparently that's a thing. So do that now. But just like I said, like I'm still really new to the group. Just 'cause I've been with them a long time. I went to St. Moritz and Park City with them at their training camps, but I just haven't been able to establish workouts with them. You know, for the first time I worked out with Craig last week, and it went great. So I think, you know, it's going to be a good relationship between Craig Clayton and I working out, and I'm really excited for the future with this.
Now, is Pete handling your training? Like, how much of an impact does Alberto have?
Yeah. So Pete's handling my training. Alberto's obviously Clayton's athlete, but you know, we intertwine as much as we can. Like Clayton said, if it's like a long distance based workout, I'll even try to hop in those. So if he's doing like mile repeats, maybe I'll hop in like 1,000 of that and do active recovery, just because I can't, or just like I don't know if I'm not willing or what it is, but I just don't do the stuff. So we intertwine in that way, and then we'll actually do full workouts together if it's more like speed oriented. Maybe like 600 breakdowns or something like that.
And I'm curious, you mentioned like you would rather be in basketball, you know, 10 years ago you'd say you put your energy in basketball. I mean, you're one of the best 800 runners in the world. You don't like being that, or what?
No, I like being that, but like I said, like I think if anybody that's successful at what they do, like if they really just put their hardest into that thing, they truly believe they could have been good at that. You know, so like I think maybe if I would have tried harder in academics, and I wouldn't have needed to run, and I wouldn't have needed to get into college. But everything works out for a reason, you know. But that's just the way that I see things. I think that everybody just kind of starts at a certain level, but when you try really hard at something and you succeed really high in one point, you really believe that you can do it in other things as well. And I believe that for myself at least.
So you wouldn't be worried though if you put all your energies into basketball and it didn't work out?
Like right now?
No, I'm saying
I'm too invested in track at this point.
No, I'm saying like 10 years ago though, you might not have reached the same level of success in basketball that you did in running.
See, but I think I might have, was the thing. Yeah, I think, you know, like if you want to be like the world's best journalist or something like that, you think you could have been like the world's best like photographer as well, or no, you don't like?
Probably not, but that's just me.
I don't know. It's just kind of the same ideal, you know.
I get it. No, I get it. All right. Thanks, Donovan. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.